Yo, what's happening, yo? It is the Beast Bailey up in the house tonight. What's happening, guys? Well, I'm here to bring you the Kent State, Georgia halftime preview video. And today, does Georgia have a tough opponent? Yes. All jokes aside here, the Dogs taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes. The hash-slinging, golden flashing slashes. Nah, for real though, guys. Georgia up 26-13. What? Yes, Georgia up 26-13 over Kent State. This game ain't even on TV. I am live streaming it though on YouTube. YouTube's got 3 or 4 different channels out there. Georgia has given up 13 points, which is the most anybody has scored on Georgia this year. Georgia's only given up 10 points through 3 games. And we've given up 13 today. To Kent State. But that's okay. That is okay because, listen, I'd rather Georgia play their sloppy game now versus in November. And yes, Georgia is playing sloppy. If you're not watching this game, if you're not a Georgia fan, you're not watching this game, there's a pretty good chance you're not watching this game anyway. But Georgia has 3 turnovers in the first half. Georgia has had 0 turnovers all season until this game. Georgia sets him through a pick. It was kind of both receiver QB fault. The throw could have been better. Receiver could have made a play on the ball. It's fine. Ladd McConkey has 2 fumbles. Ladd McConkey fumbled he muffed a punt. Kent State, very early in the game, he muffed a punt. Kent State got it at like their own 20-something and went ahead and kicked the field goal, and the game went 7-3. Georgia scored in like the first. Georgia scored the second play of the game in offense. In like 14 minutes, like literally like 40 seconds in the game, Georgia scored on a Brock Bowers 75-yard run by God. And so Ladd McConkey muffed the punt. They score. And then I think Georgia ends up getting actually block a punt later, and we get a safety. So Georgia goes up 9-3. And then Georgia keeps playing some good defense, and we kick a field goal, so we go up 12-3. And then Ladd McConkey has a fumble. He catches the ball, trying to make a little play. He fumbles it. Kent gets it, and I believe it's the first or second play after the fumble, they hit a 56-yard touchdown. And I will say this. The receiver's name is Walker. I don't know his first name. That is one of the fastest receivers I've ever seen. The guy went up the sideline, and it literally looked like everybody on the sideline. It's like when you're in a NASCAR race and you see the cars going by the fence. This dude is so fast. It's one of the fastest receivers I've ever seen, but he just blew by everybody. Now, we did miss tackles on him. But he got a touchdown, so it went 12-10. And then Georgia Brock Bowers got another touchdown, go up 19-10. And then they get a field goal. It was 19-13. And then Georgia scores with like the last 20 seconds to go up 26-13. Kent State does get the ball to start the second half. Kent State has been hanging around this game. This is by far the most effort any team has put into playing Georgia. Kent State is playing better than Oregon did. They're playing better than Sanford and South Carolina all combined. So I will say this. One of 2 things is going to happen in this second half. Now, you can believe this or you can not think or whatever. You might not care what I'm about to say. But one or two things is going to happen in this second half. Number one, Kent State comes out. If Kent State comes out and they go down the field to score a touchdown or a field goal, well, I'm going to go with a touchdown. If Kent State comes out and scores a touchdown, this game is going to be a back and forth game until until the clock's over, and that's just facts. However, if Kent State comes out and Georgia's defense plays like they've been playing, which Georgia's defense has made a lot of plays today, but if Georgia comes out, stops them, and Georgia gets the ball and scores, I think that will kind of be the medicine we see the rest of the game. I think that will kind of be the recipe we see. One of the two things is going to happen. If Kent State is not going to win this game. Now, I know a lot of people are calling for the upset. And honestly, I mean, thankfully, this is happening against Kent State and not Kentucky or Florida or Tennessee. Because if we were playing one of those teams right now, Georgia might be losing. They might. Now, how many teams do you know of that can give away 3 turnovers and get no turnovers and still be winning by almost 2 touchdowns at the half? Not many teams can do that. Stetson Bennett right now has 173 yards. He's on pace to have another 300-yard game. He has no passing touchdowns. He does have the rushing touchdown. Brock Bowers has almost 140 all-purpose yards. He has 2 rushing touchdowns. Ladd McConkey is a really good wide receiver. He's a really good player. Dude's a baller, but he is having by far his worst game of his career. I hope he can bounce back because we're already out A.D. Mitchell, our other starting wide receiver, and so if Ladd's not there, we don't have our 2 starting wide receivers playing since he's not playing his potential. Brock Bowers is literally the offense right now. Brock Bowers is carrying the offense. Dylan Bell does have some catches. Marcus Roseman St. Jank Nichols III, he's had some catches. Kenny McIntosh, Kendall Milton, they've been non-existent in the running game. They have caught some balls, but I just hope we get it figured out. And it's okay to have a game like this. It is okay to have a game like this where you struggle, the team comes out prepared. And to be honest, this is almost like this is what App State did to A&M. App State came in there wanting to beat these guys. Kent State wants to beat Georgia. They are playing like they want to beat Georgia. So, and that's just the fact. And the matter is, they are literally playing like they know they can win this game. And Georgia's letting them. The turnovers helped them out royally. But you take away 2 of those turnovers, Kent State only has the field goal. It's 26-3, a little different ball game. So what Georgia's got to do, Georgia needs to come out, protect the ball the rest of the game, and execute. That's all you got to do. Find your assignments, execute them. All will be well. Georgia should win the game. I'm not going to say they lose. Hopefully not. If they lose, we will be the laughing stock of the SEC, and you might not see me the rest of the season. I'm just kidding. I'm not going nowhere. But, yeah, Georgia should win. Here's the total yards right here. The turnovers. 3 turnovers, man. I'm telling you. But, hey, it's okay. It's all right. Let's hope they pull this off. Go Dogs.